Hello everyone, this is Sudipto from Technical Potpourri and welcome to my new video. Today I am going to tell you how you can convert this portion of the code into this code using the pseudo-class selector function. So without any further delay, let's get started. So here I am in my editor and I have a very basic HTML page. Inside my body I have header, I have my main, and I have my footer. So what I am trying to do, let's say for example I want to change the h1 and h2 under header and I want to change the color to red. So what I can do, I can write a code like this, header h1, which is basically telling that any h1 which is under header and any h2 under header, I want to change the color to red. The moment I do that, these are the two lines where the color will change to red. Now, as you can see, but there is a problem in this code. The problem is that the moment you have more code like this in your CSS file, it's very difficult to read and very difficult to understand what's going on. At the same time, it's very difficult to debug. The biggest disadvantage what I can see, if you make a small mistake, browser will not even render the remaining instruction. For example, if I make a small mistake like this, it will not change the h2 color to red, even though this is a correct statement. But we can easily get rid of this with our pseudo selector function. So what we need to do is that we need to find the repetitive part. In this one, the repetition is the header, right? And the duplicate part is h1 and h2. So what we can do, header and then is h1 and h2 and then color equals to red. I did h1 and h2. Okay, so if I do that, it will be the same effect. What I'm trying to do here is that from this statement, what I'm trying to figure it out is, okay, header is a duplicate, header is a repetitive thing. So keep header outside, and inside this h1 and h2, I'll put that under this is function. So this is a much easier way to write the code because it's much easier to understand. And also, if you make a small mistake here, your second statement, your h2 is still valid. The color change to red is still happening. So this is one of the biggest advantage of writing code using is pseudo-class. Get into some more complex example, right? Let's say I want to change the header h1, I mean any h1 under header, h2 main and article h2. I want to change the color to green. So basically what I'm trying to do, under header, all h1 will be green, all h2 will be green. Under main, all h1 will be green, which is this one. And under article, all h2 will be green. So under article, we have h2, which is Google Chrome. Under article, we have another h2, which is Mozilla Firefox. So everything is green, right? So now, if we have to rewrite the same function using is, what we can do? So here, header main article, right? And another is, which is basically h1, h2, yeah, and h1 and h2, that's all we need. And color equals to green. It will be the same effect, but you can see like the code is much more cleaner and easier to understand. So instead of this one, I can write this entire code. First, what I'm trying to find out, okay, header is getting repeated, so put it under is, main and article. There is another repetition happening on this one, h1, h1, h2, h2, so put it another is. So what I'm trying to tell here is that you can use multiple is if it is needed. So if you see here in h1, I have a span, right? Inside h2 also I have a span. So what I'm trying to do here, basically, I'm trying to change the span which is available under header h1 and header h2 and change the color to red. So first let's write the code in a traditional way. h2 span, and let's change the color to red. If we do that, only this potpourri and my first name, these are the two words where the color change is happening. Now let's write that using our is function. Here what we can do, header is h1 h2 span. It's the same effect. So basically what I'm trying to tell here is that header we can put 1, h1 is happening here, we can see the difference, so let's put that in is function. Span is common, so let's put that in one word and then change the color to red. What I'm trying to tell here is that this is function, you can use that in the middle also. You don't need to use that always at the beginning or at the end. You can use the is function in the middle also. Okay, with that, let's go to some more complex example. Let's say I want to change all h1 with class hello class, and I want to change all h2 with by class, and also all p with by class. I want to change the color to green. So here is h1 where is a hello class, so h1 hello class color is green. h2 by class, h2 by class color is green. Then h1 again hello class, most popular browser, color is green. p, there is a by class, so color is green. So these are the 4 lines where the color is changing to green. We can also write the same thing with is function. So let's try to write that. h1 h2 and p, and then is hello class and by class. It's the same effect. So basically you can use this is function with class also. So these are the different use cases of is pseudo selector. So now let's understand where pseudo class selector does exactly the same as is, with one big difference, that is a specificity. Specificity is something in CSS. There are 4 levels of specificity hierarchy in CSS. Each of these levels of categories have a different score that we can calculate the specificity of a selector by adding up all the scores together. So I have a dedicated blog where I have explained the specificity. So I'll put the link of the blog post in the description of this video so you can go through that. But for example, let's first try to do a basic thing with is, right? Let's go back to our previous example where I have written this header, then is h1 h2 and then span, and then color equals to red. So it's changing this. Now I can do exactly the same thing with the where. So if I replace is with where, it will do exactly the same thing. So now the question is like, then what is the difference between is and where? The difference between is and where is that, let's say I have this line, header is h1 and h2, okay, so it's basically changing this. Now I'm writing another line where h1 h2 p, where hello class by class, and I'm trying to change the color to let's say red. If I don't have this code, see what will happen. It will change all 4 lines to red. But the moment I have this one, it will make this 2 as green because of this. It will make this 2 as red because of this. Even though I'm telling with this line, make all these 4 lines color to red, but it's not happening. The reason of not happening is that H1 and H2, these are the elements. So the specificity of this here is that H1 is 1 and H2 is 1, so equals to, whereas in this line the specificity is 0 because the where having the specificity of 0. So because of that, 2 is greater than 0, so that's why 2 is getting rendered by our browser. That's why it is happening. Now if I change this to is, look what will happen. It will now change all of this to red. The reason is that now is having specificity. So this is a class. So class specificity is 10. So basically it's giving me 10 plus 10, which is equals to 20. Now 20 is greater than 2. That's why this one is getting more importance than this one, and that's why all the 4 lines are becoming red. So this is the way how we can use the is and the where pseudo class function. I hope this video is helpful. Please hit the like icon and share, and also please subscribe to my channel to get update about all my upcoming videos. Till then, thank you, stay safe, bye bye.